Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're going to work on the Big Bear four-wheeler. And it's just something that I need on my four-wheeler, and I'm going to make something that will work. Well, when you're in the woods or you're on a trip and you want your coffee, you need a coffee cup. Well, there's no place to hold a coffee cup on a four-wheeler. So this is the coffee cup that I've chosen. This has been my go-to to-go cup for a long time now. It's got the open and the close, and it's hard to hold while I'm trying to ride on a four-wheeler. And so I've come up with the design that I would like to try to use. So we will put you down here to the bench and show you what we got going on. Alright, so here's what we're going to need. We're going to need a piece of aluminum, and the reason I chose aluminum is because I don't want it to rust, and a piece of PVC pipe that the cup fits right down into. So we got it so that it goes down. This is the perfect cup for this too, so that it doesn't shake while you're going down the road or in the woods or whatever. And 2 pop rivets and 2 washers for the back side of the pop rivet to pull everything tight. And what we're planning on doing is putting this on here just like so, and it'll hang just like that right there with 4 pop rivet holes right here so that we can pop rivet it to our fender. And I'm going to put it on the fender because I don't want to take up any rack space, because eventually I'm going to be putting a gun rack on it, so I don't really want to use my rack. I thought about putting a piece of plywood on the rack and then just drilling a hole or cutting a hole this size and put in it, but the coffee cup won't go deep enough into it, so it'll just sit there, flop around, and probably just fall out. So we decided to do this. Now I want to use pop rivets because any screws I use, I'm going to have to drill a hole in my fender more than I want. And I may still yet have to, I don't know, but it won't be as bad. So the pop rivet will go in just like that, which this is actually too small of one. So we'll just get a longer one, that's fine. So we'll get 2 longer ones. Now, in order to get the pop rivet gun in there to put the pop rivet in, and the reason we want to put the pop rivet in from this side, the inside, is because if you put it in this way, the head of this thing is going to be hitting against the cup and won't let it go down in there. So we're going to have to go the opposite direction. So I figured out a way to take care of that. We're going to drill 2 holes right here, and that is the same width as the pop rivet gun. So that way I can get in there and put my pop rivets into the aluminum. So I'll drill these out and then cut this out, and we'll be right back. Alright, so now that we've got this cut out and rounded off and looking pretty decent, now we can go ahead and mount this. got 2 pop rivets in it. It's pretty tight. So now we need to drill pop rivet holes here. So we'll put this in the drill press and do that, and drill all them 4 holes. Be right back. Alright, so now what we're going to do, now that we've got it mounted, and we're going to have to drill holes in the fender to allow these to go through. I'm not getting rid of this 4-wheeler, so it's mine. It's always going to be mine, so I ain't got to worry about it. And anybody, even if I did, which I'm not, somebody would appreciate having a coffee cup holder. So now I'd like for this to match the racks, so I'm just going to take and mask this off, and then we're going to spray paint that camouflage so it matches the racks. Alright, so it's still wet, and we're going to just go ahead and take the masking tape off of it before it dries. So now we're going to let this dry, and through the magic of editing, we will be ready to put that on right now. Alright guys, I've already pre-drilled the hole so you guys didn't have to watch me doing all that drilling. And it's going to, I made these big enough so that I had some maneuvering room. So we'll just put that up there like that. Put our pop rivet in. Put our washer on the back side of it. Pull it tight, and to make sure that it stays pretty much close, we'll go ahead and put one in the other one. Alright, so now we've got our cup holder on, and it's not in the way of my knee. I've done checked all that. So now when I want coffee, I can take it with me, and it'll sit right there, and even the coffee cup looks good with the 4-wheeler. So we've just used the extra piece that came off of this, and or come off of one of those, and I think that'll work. It don't look too shabby. It ain't the best, but it looks better than nothing. So we also put us a little toolbox on it to carry stuff, and I camouflaged it. Basically all this is a DeWalt box that I had extra laying around that for a Sawzall, and I didn't have the Sawzall anymore, so I kept the box. And basically I just put it on here, and I'm hoping it's waterproof. It probably won't be, simply because it doesn't have this ridge all the way around it. So we'll see. If it's not waterproof, not that it matters, I'm not ever going to be having this out in the rain, and if I do, it ain't going to be very long. I don't know where it left off, but for some reason my cameras are dying on me, so I'm going to have to replace the batteries. Apparently they're going bad. But this is my toolbox. It's just a DeWalt box mounted to the rack. So before this camera dies on me, I'm going to have to end this video. So Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.